Good day everyone, this is me Navales from BSED English. So in this video, I will be discussing the pole vault and its mechanics and rules and regulations. So let's start. So, pole vault is a sport in athletics or a track and field in which an athlete jumps over an obstacle with the aid of a pole. Pole vaulting, also known as pole jumping, is a track and field event in which an athlete uses a long and flexible pole, usually made from fiberglass or carbon fiber, as an aid to jump over a bar. Pole jumping competitions were known to the ancient Greeks, Cretans, and Celts. It has been a full medal event at the Olympic Games since 1896 for men and since 2000 for women. It is typically classified as one of the four major jumping events in athletics, alongside the high jump, long jump, and a triple jump. Now let's move on to the mechanics. So in playing a pole vault, it requires the athlete to clear the height of horizontal bar with the help of the vertical pole, with the bar increasing in height as more athletes eliminated from the competition. The pole vaulter must run as fast as she or he can and then convert the corresponding kinetic energy of the run into the maximum height using the proper vaulting technique. Contrary to many people believe, pole vaulters do not use their strength to lift themselves over the bar. Instead, they primarily use the pole as an intermediate tool to help them convert their kinetic energy into gravitational potential energy.
Reigning world outdoor champion from last year in Beijing.
I mean, it's the only record.
It's amazing this actually works just based on simple conservation of energy, that all of the kinetic energy starts with ends up going into the gravitational potential energy at the top. So Mondo starts about 40 meters back from the pit, runs as fast as he can, in his case around 9.6 meters per second, greatly increasing his kinetic energy. He then plants the bar at takeoff and then converts that kinetic energy into stored electrostatic potential energy in the bar. The bar then bends and acts like a loaded spring. The bar unwinds, giving him that electrostatic potential energy back into kinetic energy and, more importantly, gravitational potential energy, which then lifts him up toward the bar.
The pole must be as light as possible, as this enables the vaulter to run as fast as possible before takeoff. The pole must be elastic and bending, as this will allow the vaulter to efficiently transfer his kinetic energy, and this pole energy is then transformed into gravitational potential energy. As the pole straightens itself out, the vaulter reaches the top of the vault. To maximize the vault height, vaulters bend their body around the bar. So let's proceed to the next one, which is the rules and regulation. And first we have here the general rules. On the scoring form, it is mandatory to mention the weight of the athlete next to his name. At any particular height, maximum 3 trials are allowed. So in this one, after taking the first attempt or the first trial, the players are advised or encouraged to take the second or the third trial or the third attempt. Next, the athlete is automatically removed from the tournament after 3 consecutive failures in trial. So if there will be a 3 consecutive failure in taking the 3 attempts or the trial, there will be an automatic removal from the tournament. Next, after, so like what I've said earlier, After taking the first attempt, it is advised to take second and third trial consecutive attempts at the same height. So, the next one is the trial time limitation rules. An athlete has to perform within 2 minutes of calling his name. In case there is a tie between two persons for the same height, then the athlete having less number of attempts is declared as a winner. The next one is the rules regarding the competitions. No artificial weight or aid are allowed to be used in the competition. Second, using shoes that can give unfair advantage to an athlete is strictly prohibited. Lastly, no athlete is allowed to use the pole of any other competitor without the permission of the owner. So for the last one, we have here the rules regarding foul. So it will be considered as a foul if there will be a displacing of the crossbar from its original position with the help of the pole or the athlete's body. And it can also be considered as a foul if there is a failing of crossing the crossbar after being lifted up from the ground. So it is a foul if without leaving the bar, the players or the player touches any part of the ground or the landing part with either body or the pole. It is a foul if there is an incorrect upright position during the clearance of the crossbar. So that's it. That was all about the pole vault or the pole vaulting, or also known as pole jumping, and its mechanics or the way or how to play pole vaulting. And of course, the rules and regulations or the things that we should consider in playing or doing the pole vault. So that's the end of my discussion, and I hope that you've learned something from me.